Hi everyone. Almost everyone that you know in today's day and age has some type of technology, whether it be computer or a phone, or even, I don't know, smart tablet. This number is growing every day. So for my claim, I plan to show you that personal communication skills are being reduced as a result of these many technologies. Today, humans are being more attached to communication online than they are in person. This may be because Professor Mark Clennon from University of South Florida says that people tend to want to show others that they are having more fun online than they are having fun themselves, like on Instagram when they take a picture of their food or some crazy party, even though it might be in their bedroom. So even with chat rooms, role-playing games, and online dating sites, they're making us not want to talk to people face-to-face. This results in not being able to know what to do when we are faced with conflict and small talk in the real world. It is harder for people to think more abstractly and outside of the box when in group conversations in person. It is easier to look up ideas online. People need to think outside of the box to bring more creativity to the world. Without it, technology as we know it will stay the same and cures for diseases will never be discovered. Another point is that online communication is failing to prepare one for face-to-face interaction. When you're dealing with the World Wide Web, it offers limitless opportunities to stimulate the brain. Face-to-face, it's how are you? One can argue that that's limiting, but when you do engage in face-to-face conversation, you realize how subtle, compelling, and powerful it can be. You can see their body language. You can see their emotion they're expressing and know how they feel. Word-of-mouth exchanges and in-depth conversations are still better for daily life. We all need to retain the skill of talking face-to-face later on to know how we eventually can get an interview for a job we love and then sell or promote the product we are supporting. My last point is that most teens and young adults cannot even talk on the phone anymore. This means that we are creating an easily distracted generation with short attention spans. Dr. Karina, author of Generation Y, Inside Out, says that those who spend a lot of time using technology tend to have less in way of communication skills, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. And this is suffering in grade schools and high schools, mostly today. So lastly, personal communication skills are being reduced as a result of technology. Thank you.
Well, it appears social technology is taking it on the chin tonight. Everybody's got something against it. I did think that your proposition was very clearly identified, and you've got a very clear statement of the claim. It's pretty focused that this technology is reducing our regular forms of communication. It's making us less able to do those kinds of things. And I think that that's a very clear claim. What you need is a little bit more information to support that claim, because there's very generic information about how people use this technology, what some of the, you've got some vague criticisms of the things that people do, texting pictures on Instagram and those kinds of things. But I'm not exactly sure that that means that people have lost the ability to communicate effectively. This should not be hard to find. There's a lot of data out there that talks about how employers are going begging for applicants and employees who have good communication skills, and they have difficulty finding that, and that's been a trend that's been happening. So you need some information like that, because that's the kind of thing that proves the point that you're trying to make here. I don't know that because somebody is they don't have, let's say, access to all of the conversational elements that you would have in a face-to-face interaction, that therefore their face-to-face skills have atrophied. That seems to be a big presupposition in the argument that needs a lot more development. The evidence is a little bit thin. You have a couple of citations, but often the conclusions there are vague. In fact, on the third point, which is supposed to be about talking on the phone, the quote that you had doesn't even mention the use of the phone. So it seemed like it was kind of a generic piece of evidence that's being put into that. So I think that you need to develop the research a little bit more and remember what the structure is so that the argument will build more effectively. All right, thank you.